But no, I think the subscription model is kind of both good and bad. I don't like the World of Warcraft subscription model because it's really expensive to pay 15 bucks a month for one game. But the Microsoft version ain't so bad. Because effectively, Microsoft, it's what, 10 bucks a month? 15 bucks a month for their entire library. As long as that library has new stuff added to it at least once a month, the value is there as long as you play it. I don't like it with Adobe Suite as much because the price point is insane and it's rough. Yeah, $5 a month if you only use PC games. That's an insanely good value. How many of you guys have bought a game this month? Or how many of you guys buy at least one game every 4 months? Like that, for example, I think that's a good price point. I mentioned I'm a PS Plus subscriber. That's what, 60 bucks a year? So, is it? Yeah, it's $5 a month-ish. Value is subjective. Oh, absolutely. But that's true of, like, anything. But yeah, you bought 2 so far this month. Maybe 3 or 4. But say if Valve came out with the Valve subscription model, you pay... You know what? They'd probably charge you 20 bucks. 20 bucks a month, and you just get access to the entire freaking Valve library. Except for any, like, pay-to-play things. Prize and corner of only being able to get a game every 6 months or so if you're lucky. I am sorry. I am very much just, like, flaunting first world, rich people problems right now. And I totally understand it, and truly, like, this is kind of a ridiculous problem for people that have extra disposable incomes. Let's see. How are these guys doing? Do we have storage problems currently? No, we don't. We just have wood problems. Looks like most of my boats are just being filled with a bunch of other stuff. Let's see. I don't think we need the distillery. Yeah, actually, we've hit this really nice equilibrium here where we've got enough food and water. It's just really hurting my wood supply. Let's see. And we're currently getting the viaduct. So we got canned food. Oh, that's where all the spare food came from, too. And we burnt through all that wood. Holy shit. Let's see. And yeah, I do apologize that me talking about this in kind of an impassioned manner might come off as callous. It's not, and it's not meant to. It's much more of the, this is my job and this is actually something I think about more than a little. And I realize that, like, in a perfect world, everybody could just resell their games and every indie studio would be able to survive. I guess, actually, that's the other thing. This is a decent case for, like, stuff like universal basic income. But that's a political, that's a political jar of worms that usually makes people upset. So I'm not going to get into it too hard. The hell kind of nightmare organization is that? I mean, worked out. Okay, so now we've got enough houses for everybody. How much science do I... Oh boy, I have a whole bunch of science. So, how much metal am I rocking? I'm rocking some amount. We probably want to get the regular storage yard. I'm curious what the difference is between a house and not. That might be worth it, but I think we want to actually head for the plastic recycler. If I can separate my food source from having to go out and spend... yeah. Because this will cost metal, but it'll let me make screws, and screws will let me get that. Okay, so let's get the scrap smith. You know what? Do we want to get the small... No. Small water container is a definitely later thing. Same thing with the fishing hut, honestly. And, like, I'd like to get the storage yard, but I'd rather keep going small. I don't even need that much. Yeah, to be honest, Wander, I think your audience, from what I've been able to tell, is generally poor college student. Actually, poor college students are they're probably on the more vocal end, but as far as I've been able to glean, the most common viewer on both of my channels is like working adults, and has been for like forever. Let's see. So I need wood bad. We might actually want to get a another mooring point at some point. What is all of this? Oh, it's all firewood. That's my issue. Why do you insane... I thought I put a limit on firewood to 50. I did. We have 74, apparently. Okay, so what is everybody up to? Doesn't really say. I'm gonna make sure Steven... Wait. I want to follow Steven. How much can Steven carry? Is he equivalent of a boat, or is he the equivalent of just a person swimming, but with a limited range? I think he's stuck. The hell was that? Okay, Steven. Where's Steve? Okay, there he is. He has one... Okay. Let's see if it picks up more than one log. Because if it only picks up one log, then we're turning him off of hauling duties and we're making him do other things. Because holy shit, one log per trip is not worth it. Because as far as I can tell, what happens is Steven shows up here and just screeches at wood for a while. And then leaves with a singular log. Yeah, no. That is not worth Steven's time. I'm not really sure what he's useful for, but, ain't that. I'm gonna have other people do things. Okay, so how are we doing on beacons? We've still got a shit ton of fish just sitting around, and we've got resources plenty. So now would be a good time to try and hopefully get some stuff back. Unfortunately, I think a lot of my people are doing a little bit more management stuff. Like, they apparently are endlessly making firewood, which is very confusing. Because I thought we were at the product cap, but I guess that product cap is a suggestion at best. So we're just roasting this Steven? No, I'm just gonna have him haul, maybe? Because he can move products around inside the base, actually better than a regular person. Because he doesn't have to worry about movement here. Yeah, he's good at supplying, because he can fly from platform to platform. I've also noticed my characters are... probably just spending more time busy. Is there a way to check my resource income? Because what I'd like to do is actually turn this thing off. Let's turn this off. I'm just going to turn this off, the distiller off for a little bit. I want to see if I can get away without using it. Because somebody actively has to manage this thing. And so, if I can just automatically get all of my water from solar stills, that's probably better. See, wonder if you played Cube World yet. Nope. I didn't buy it back in 2013. I should have, but you know how I was talking about poor college... Well, we were talking about poor college students? I was there 6 years ago. Like, I did not have much of a disposable income. And Cube World seemed like it was too much of a vaporware for me to, you know, want to spend, what was it, 10, 15, 20 bucks? Because I didn't trust it. True. Pro tip, by the way, if you are a poor college student, don't get early access games and do not kickstart stuff. That's the number one. Yeah, are we just going bananas on fish production here? It kind of looks like it. I'm gonna set it that he specifically won't haul. Hauling might be okay. What is Stevon doing? Yeah, don't pre-order in general, only buy early access unless you expect the game not to change. Yep. Okay, Stevon is going to sleep. I think it just sits down. No, it's good. It just kind of sits there. Actually, that's a fairly reasonable sleeping animation. And is awake again and immediately going. Cool. Might want to get the houses. We need more metal. Well, actually, no, we've got a shit ton of metal. Jesus Christ. I am limiting this firewood down. They're way too aggressive about this whole firewood situation. Like, I realize they're burning it constantly, but like, holy shit. We need to get wood, and they're just getting rid of all of it. Actually, speaking of, we do have a lot of wood. No one's hauling. What the hell kinda... I thought this one was plastic only. This one's supposed to be plastic only. Just in case.
Hey, so hold on.
Why are you twiddling your thumbs? Okay, right. Yeah, because the problem is we have a whole lot of resources and nobody's hauling. So what I should probably do is prioritize somebody hauling. Guppy will haul. It seems like our food situation is just kind of handled. But we gotta actually, like, deal with some of these resources or I'm just... doomed? And yeah, maybe part of the problem is just, like, how long it takes to get over here, but... heck if I know. And yeah, we shouldn't be drawing any more fish. Okay, lumber's situation is starting to equalize here. What I'd like to do is have one person specifically working on firewood and one person working on firewood and one person working on... oh yeah, because these things are filling up. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I'm hoping the solar sills are enough. Okay. We should probably switch games soon. I'm really enjoying this. I'm so sorry about that pretty much episode-long tangent just talking about game set reselling. It's just been stuck in my head ever since I read the thing about France ruling that, yeah, game reselling has to be a thing. Just because, like, it concerns me. I don't know if there's a good system apart from, yeah, storefronts just rebuying things. Because, yeah, if Steam was just new GameStop, it would probably work. I don't know. Anyway, that's a topic that I should probably do outside of a Let's Play video. This is part of the reason why I would like to start doing videos that aren't just Let's Plays, so I can say, like, yeah, let's talk about this weird problem. I'm not an expert, but, like, I have opinions. What's this? Ah. Any snapping problems? I guess that works. That's good enough. Okay, so our wood situation is vastly improving. How's our fish situation? We're slowly depleting fish, but that's okay. And plastic, yeah, we just need these extra resources, but my people just, I don't know. We might want to actually try and get 1 or 2 more people at some point. Because our food situation has gone pretty nuts. That's a good thing, though. I'd rather have out-of-control supplies than limited supplies. Someday I should actually try and organize a podcast again, but kind of happy without. Podcasts are just too long. I don't know. I guess just sandboxy things like this are going to be my podcasts. I do hope they add, like, a lot more, like, interesting complexity, because I'm effectively just waiting for my people to grab resources here. It's working fine. It's actually working great. I'm kind of shocked. But there's not a whole lot of immediate things for me to do. I think this is part of the reason why I was kind of hoping there'd be the ability to, like, micromanage a character. Like, if I could get down off of my, like, captain's chair and actually start interacting with stuff. Because, yeah, I just go out and just grab, like, endless amounts of wood for a little while. Not far off of, like, how it kind of worked with, what was I going to say? Fade to Silence. Because that was a neat game. But you were the only person doing most of the work, but you had to wait for your NPCs to do production for you, which just sucks. Yeah, do we want to get one more mooring point for just a secondary salvage boat? Try out the new workshops. I was working on making space for it. Maybe if you could drive the boat. Maybe. I mean, I'm sure this game probably doesn't hold up nearly as well when you're up close to it. Maybe it does. You know what? I think I know what I need to do. I just need to manually control the firewood limitation. Because effectively what happens if they get too close to the limitation, they're constantly just, like, oscillating between having too much firewood and not having enough. And I think that actually breaks the AI in a really bad way. Okay, so we're almost out of fish. So we'll probably want to go to the next island next. Wood's doing a little bit better. Storage space is doing perfectly fine. But yeah, we're going to need oil. We're going to need more fish. Yep. So in this case, what I'm going to do... Because, yeah, we're not near that limitation, but soon enough somebody is going to come back and start chopping firewood again. I don't know if I need more people necessarily. I think this is the common problem with a lot of these games, is that the AI prioritization of like, what do I do next? Which task should I prioritize it over the other one? You know, should I cut wood, or should I go haul things, or should I go fishing? They don't really have any sense of, like, what is important. They just have an endless list of tasks that they need to do, and so they'll just kind of do all of them. I do kind of wish you could add a second level. You know, kind of layer some of these things. I guess they're not really freaking out about the firewood situation right now. I guess it's probably because we've hit a critical mass on fish. So yeah, you know what? Oh, wait, no. We're too low on plastic. Oh, wait, did I make a woodworking shed? Ugh. I don't need a woodworking shed. I've already got one. What I meant to do is make a scrapsmith, but I don't have enough plastic for that. It'd be kind of cool if the raft setup moved a little bit. Actually, yeah, it would be kind of cool if it just did a slow circle around the whole thing. Because that would make getting to certain resource areas easier than others. But yeah, hopefully we stop bringing in so many fish. I mean, we've got so much that we can hang out here until we get our wood stocks back. Which is good. And yeah, it looks like these 5 solar cells is enough to keep me well quenched, which is good. What do we do now? Next, we wait. Yeah, job systems are hard. Took a long time for O&I and RimWorld to get their system straight. Yeah, and I think it's mostly fine in this game. What I'm hoping is we can eventually, within the next couple of zones, I'd very much like to be able to get these fishing huts. I don't know if a character has to specifically manage them. The other worry is the raw seaweed. If it doesn't require too much raw seaweed, or if it catches its own, that'd be awesome. But if I didn't actually have to send fishing boats out, that might actually make it a lot easier. But yeah, I'm also noticing there's some weird prioritization of straight up, no one will go get plastic. Everyone is going for wood right now. I think it's just based on they prioritize down the list of salvage. Which I guess makes sense, but it's rough. And yeah, I also noticed deconstruction is inconsistent. Not a big deal. I think deconstruction might finalize whenever you deconstruction probably finalizes whenever you move areas. Oh, nope, there it went. Alright, now get it. Anyway, scrapsmith. Oh, this sucker's a bit larger than I was expecting. That's fine. It actually fits really well in there, so I kind of appreciate it. And yeah, our wood situation's looking better, and probably by the end of this, we'll start getting plastic again. How much wood does that have left? 21's not bad. I do wish, and I do hope that they allow for some amount of underwater salvaging, because I see a busted, like, boat down here. Like, you think you could pop down to that and, like, get oil or something? Oh, that would be cool. And then it goes, like, full, sunless seas, and you have, like, Cthulhu monsters going around. Ooh, that would be a mod. You just have, like, the occasional giant eyeball open up beneath you, and you're like, gee. Nothing happens. It's just like, gee. A biomes update would be interesting for this game that just adds, like, some wild shit towards the end of the game. Maybe. Now, unfortunately, I can't make that last boat, but it's really tempting for me to do so. They're just hauling stuff out? Yeah, they're mostly just hauling stuff. We have tons of wood just kind of sitting around in here. Yeah, this definitely needs a while you're there mechanic, because I'm noticing characters will straight up just, like, walk to a place, grab one thing, and then go from there. What is that? Oh, we hit the limit of dry wood. That's fine. Okay. Anything else that I should be doing? No, not really. We've got an insane amount of wood at this point, so that's good. So I think what we're going to do is probably just grab everything from that plastic buoy area, and we'll go from there. Because I just want to have more than 2. Because 2 plastic is scary. If I need to do something quick, I don't want to have to wait. And pretty much what I'm going to do, I think every single time I go to a new area, I'm probably just going to go bananas. Fish all the fish, restock on wood and plastic, and then bail. Luckily, it doesn't seem terribly demanding, which is kind of nice, because I can effectively just sit around here. Can you go faster than this? Nope. Super fast speed is Alpha 3. Oh, Alpha 3 just is probably just like F3 or whatever. But no, this is maximum speed for this game. It'd be nice if you could go faster, but currently this is top speed. This is regular speed, which looks downright glacial. So do I want to get one more mooring point? Can I? Oh, I can. I'm going to do that just so we can get one more salvage boat, so up to 4 people can go at once. Because currently I've got 3 salvage, 2 fishing. But in reality, if I could have 4 characters just go out salvaging really fast. Or, I mean, we'll probably want to just have multiple extra, because salvage boats count as bonus storage. And it's not a horrendous idea to just have a couple of spare boats on hand. I've noticed it more and more that top speed seems to be what I consider to be normal speed in a lot of games. I think it's one of those that faster than this might actually make the game lag. Maybe not. Because, yeah, that even slows down the water physics and stuff. Not that there's much of a water physics still. Okay, so 150 wood, some amount of metal, decent chunk of plastic. I'll probably just let them grab all of that stuff and we'll get out of there. So let's take a look at the map. Where am I going next? I mean, realistically, it looks like it can kind of just keep going for as long as I want. I don't want any more animals, and I'm not even really sure if I want more people. More people seem like they'd just be a problem. So I might just kind of jerk my way through the rest of this and just live with 5. Just 5 people. More than that might work if I had an easy supply of seaweed, but as far as I can tell, seaweed might actually be a major limitation here. Whoop, that's not what I want. So we'll get those down. Basically, this is FTL. I mean, it uses an FTL style, like, branching map, but but that's really kind of the extent of it. We are not here to warn anybody. We are not here to avoid any Federation or rebels. We are just here to survive. Supposedly, possibly, as long as we possibly can, which is kind of weird. Somebody go get that piece of wood. Tank. You can leave while your boats are out. They don't get lost. That's good. Okay, so let's hop in this. Let's just go up to the leaking water tower. Hopefully we get some oil. Otherwise, we just keep going this way. Is there an end to this, or do you just keep going? It looks like... Okay. I'm going to save for a second. I want to check this map. What happens if I keep going? What's past this? We're just gonna get to this. Because at this point, I am pretty much golden. Let's move to the end. Oh. That's what happens. You just loop. Alright. That works fine. So, at this point, we haven't seen everything. There's more for me to do. So I'll do another session of this probably tomorrow, but I got some other things that I need to play today. I played way more of this than I was expecting, and I had a lot of fun. Flotsam is a great game, and it's just in early access. I hope they add a lot more stuff to do, because I did find myself sitting around kind of doing nothing. I wasn't watching what happened. It just brings you back to the very beginning, and that's okay. Anyway, so, it's a good start. It needs more content, and honestly, as weird as it sounds, it needs more micromanaging. Because I did spend a lot of time just waiting for resources to roll in, and I think that's a bit of an issue. Minor upgrades, and like building specific upgrades, I think would be amazing. Specifically, like, increasing boat capacity, increasing boat speed, having it so boats have, like, food, water, or even like a hammock on them so your people can just sleep on their own boat and stuff. Like, and having kind of different options that you have to like choose between to kind of vary each playthrough. I think that would go a long way in making Flotsam really, really interesting. But honestly, I'm mostly just excited to see where they take this game, because it's pretty solid. I like it a lot.